What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, thanks for joining us. Today I'm going to be working on a 12-inch curved port lighted sub box. So here we go. I got the sub face. I got the sidewall. I've got both of the bases here cut, the top and the bottom plates. The ports I'm still working on. I do have my lines in this one ready to cut my reliefs for the curve. Also, I got this marked for my Clearplex. I'm going to have a light in it. It's just going to be kind of a little fancy box. I wanted to do something different this time, you know, instead of just doing, you know, just basic ports and stuff like that, or doing fiberglass sub boxes. I wanted to do something a little bit fancier. So I decided, since I had some wood, somebody gave me some wood, just a bunch of random junk wood, and there was enough of this 1/2 inch that I could at least, you know, build this curved port sub box. Now I am using the specs from, you know, the Kicker Comp stuff. I'm using the specs from that. It's got a specs on how to build a regular non-ported box and then ported box. So anyway, it says vented minimum, vented maximum. So anyways, I'm using those. Do got my box of screws to screw it all together with, but I'll get those relief cuts probably tomorrow. And then this other piece is actually for the internal wall, but I haven't got it marked out yet. I'm gonna wait until I get this finished and get it on there so that I can do some measurements and stuff, and then cut that, and then get the relief cuts in that. And so that's kind of where I'm standing at right now. It'll probably take me another couple of days to get this all together, especially cutting out for that window and getting it to where the plexi is, well, I don't really know if it's plexiglass or if it's Lexan or what it is, but came out of an old computer screen, old LCD monitor. But anyways, I'll get that all cut out and I'll get that ready, and then I'll get back onto it tomorrow to do all this stuff and see how far I can get. Maybe I can get it done, maybe not. So, okay, so before I get started on cutting the reliefs out, I wanted to go ahead and make sure that the depth of my saw was right. So I made a couple of practice cuts on this just piece of scrap wood. Seems to be all right. It went to where I want it to. Went to the last layer, so we should be all right. So I'm going to get to cutting out those reliefs. Okay, so I got the reliefs cut, and now I've got a wet towel soaking on that last layer to soften it up, to soften up that curve a little bit. Now I'm going to get to marking this other board for my reliefs. Okay, so I got the inside piece, the inside wall piece cut. It was starting to chip out here because I was just making it a little too thin, but it's okay. I should still be able to get the bend I need. I do need to soak it so that it will actually bend a lot easier, so I'm going to go ahead and get my wet towel on that. Now that that's soaking, I'm going to let it soak for a while so it gets nice and soft like this piece did, and I got my curve in it. It's not going to like stay exactly the way I want it, so I'll probably have to do a little shaping while I'm screwing it to the bottom plate. I also need to get the bottom plate, get the side attached, and then I can start attaching this piece so that I can kind of see what's going on. I'll have to pre-drill holes. That way I don't actually split the wood whenever I'm putting the screws in. What I was doing was I made a little reference line so that I could get a couple of screws that line up with this wall. I know it's not perfectly round, but I could say this is my first try, so we'll see how it all goes. Well, I need to, cut this even because we're not going to have an extended port. That's for another time probably, because some people do make extended ports. Does it work? Probably, but I've never done it. So anyway, so far she's looking pretty good. Okay, so as you can see, I've got my curve in my inside port wall. Looks pretty good. Now this is going to get sanded down and cleaned up and stuff before final assembly, so that's not going to look like that. But I do have this tied up so that as it dries, it'll sort of keep its shape. In here, I just got this in place so I would have that lined up where it needs to be for the most part. These here are going to be braces. I'm going to have one in this corner, bracing that. I'm probably going to make another one for there too, but also I'm going to have one right here in the center, wherever that's at, wherever that's going to be at, the center, to brace the subs. That way as the subs hit, this piece of wood won't flex or won't won't overflex. That way, you know, it just keeps a nice solid hit. Because this wall is already going to brace this. So what I will do is go ahead and get another corner brace for this side. I'll just go ahead and cut another piece and have that. And then that way I'll have that and this, and then a centerpiece here. That way that'll make that pretty solid. As far as this goes, this is coming along. I still got to finish getting this other, because I need to go 2 layers on this plywood, get that cut out 2 layers deep, and that piece of plexiglass is like the right size to fit in there with 2 layers gone. And so when I get that put in there, I'll glue it in, you know, but also drill holes. Okay, so it's not done yet. I still got to finish the pre-assembly, but I got it this far. I got the port, the inner wall port in there into place. I still need to finish, you know, getting it screwed up here, get all this screwed together, and whenever I screw this in and when I drill it and stuff, I'll need to pull this wall even so that, you know, it'll be flat across there. But so far she's looking pretty good. I went ahead and I put a little light in it so that, you know, I could kind of show sort of what it's going to look like. And this being all nasty, I'm going to get that all sanded down and everything. That's going to come after the pre-assembly. I'll still need to get a thing of wood putty and a thing of another tube of glue, well, another bottle of glue. Okay, so I did do a little bit of work last night. I got it taken apart and I did get it sanded down a little bit, get it looking nicer. I will do finish sanding once I get it back together again. But as you can see, I got my little light bar in here. I did use some E6000 to kind of help it stick a little better. I also used some E6000 to seal for the cord there. So anyways, I got my first little piece here, and I got me some screws, and so I'm going to finish putting this back together. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to finish sanding, and then I'm probably going to try and get it varnished so that I can at least have that much done. So okay, so now that I got the final sanding done and I got it brushed off pretty good, also wanted to show this port a little closer. I did go ahead and bevel a little bit here. Now it's not like a huge bevel or nothing, but I just rounded it off a little bit. And up here, rounded it off a little. Obviously I got that beveled. And so anyway, now, well, it's polyurethane, but anyways, I'm gonna get that on, and then after that dries, I'm gonna put my window back in. Yeah, this stuff's been sitting for, I don't know, about a year and a half or so, but it's certainly still good, I would think. Oh, okay, I've got a flat screwdriver here somewhere. I'm sure of it, because I've seen it. Popped open here. Oh yeah. Give me a little generic chip brush. It should be just fine. Okay, so now we're going to get some of this crystal clear Gorilla Glue, which, whatever, it's glue. I'm going to put some around here, and then I'm going to put my window in, and then I'm going to screw it down. And I figure with the glue and the screws, she should hold for, like, through anything. So I'm just going to put one. Bead down the middle if I can without totally screwing it up. And start the screws. And that should do. Boopity boop. Okay, now that the sub box is done and we're all lit up, I think that number one, I gotta say that it wasn't super difficult. Probably about a 5 on a scale of 1 to 10. The big thing to remember is to make sure you get your relief cuts nice and straight and even. Spacing kind of matters too, because if you have them too close together, the blade wants to just rip them apart and stuff. So there's that much. And there are ways to make sure that you can keep it straight. You could use like a piece of straight 2x4. You could use your speed square, or there's other various methods, or get a nice table saw, which would be great. But anyway, yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. You know, I like the way that the port turned out. It turned out really nice with the beveling and stuff, and I believe that once I get some subs in it and, you know, get it powered up, I think that it's probably going to sound pretty good, but I won't know until I can get some subs and a wiring kit for my amp. I do have an amp, but I will need a set of subs, and I'll need the jigsaw. I could probably cut those out with the Sawzall like I did that corner, but I kind of want these to be a little more precise and clean and stuff, because I did have to do a lot of cleanup on this to get it to be nice and even and stuff. So, you know, it's just about wanting to get it nice and get it right is what it amounts to. And I'll have to put another hole in the back for my terminal. I do still have like a bunch of terminals. So as far as this being for like a big giant system, you know, with all kinds of power, probably not. It's only 1/2 inch. So a set of Walmart subs or something is gonna be, you know, good enough for this box, and this box will be good enough for a set of Walmart subs. I really wouldn't want to put anything, you know, like high end in it. That'd be for the next build. I know the box seems small, but I went by the sheet, you know, that came with the kickers, so that's apparently all you need for a set of kickers anyways. Kicker comps from Walmart. So that's gonna be it for this video. Feel free to like, subscribe, throw some comments down below, let me know what you think, and yeah, have a spectacular day or night, whichever one it is for you. Peace out.